Hey, good morning guys. I hope you're all doing well and keeping safe during these times. We're doing something a little different this morning. My mate Evan has recently picked up a little hatchback. So we're on his way to his house and I'm really keen to show you guys what he's picked up. Alright, so we just got to Evan's house and this is his new whip.
What's going on, guys? My name's Evan. So yeah, we just picked up this 1990 Honda Civic ED. It's turbocharged, it's got a Garrett GT25 on it, and it's making around 130 kilowatt at the wheels, which is pretty impressive for a car that weighs 890 kilos. So it's been sitting for ages and ages, so the plan is basically just to refresh the whole chassis. Oil, coolant, spark plugs, timing belt, etc, etc. And yeah, that's basically it, just use it as a daily.
You can definitely tell it makes mega power with that fat intercooler.
Yeah, that's one of the things that will be coming off straight away. And
that's a big boy.
You can't adjust it as on it, like.
Yeah, that's insane. It's crazy.
Like, oh, it's K&N.
That's actually filthy.
Right, fuck me. It's probably rats living in here.
Alright, so pretty much what we have to do is, first off we're going to service the car, then we are going to pop some coilovers on it, wheels and tyres, and then we're going to de-rice the car, because who would want to drive a riced out car? Especially if it's a Lancer. Fuck those guys. So there's these stickers all along the car, which probably add about a total of 50 kilowatts to this thing's power. So we're going to take off all of these stickers because they're absolutely everywhere, and then we're going to start servicing the car. Alright, so the ED is officially de-riced on the outside. We still have the Sparco gear knob, the handbrake and the pedals that need to go, but we've taken off all the stickers. There is quite a bit of residue here, but there's nothing that some WD-40 or some Goo Gone won't fix. All the stickers came off really nicely actually.
Yeah, it's just that residue that we have to get off, but I'm sure it'll be pretty easy with a buffer and yeah, whatever it takes to get off.
So now we're going to start servicing the car?
Yeah, just do oil,
yes.
spark plugs. Hopefully it doesn't start the rain.
I should be okay. And then do you reckon we'll start it up today?
Yeah, just got to chuck a battery in it, and then yeah, once it's under oil, start it up, and yeah.
Building a turbo Civic in a day.
Basically.
Pretty much.
De-ricing, building a turbo Civic in a day.
Nah, it should be fat. So you also have another car, yeah?
I do have another car. I've got a MX-5 that's in here. Excuse the mess, because in the middle of a build it's messy, but basically it's got a built motor over here, so it's got Wiseco pistons, GTR rods, Kelford cams, MLS head gasket, titanium valve springs, basically the lot. If you can get it, it's in that motor. So I'm going to be aiming for around 300 or so horsepower, just to keep it conservative, so 220-ish kilowatts at the wheels. Yeah, that's basically it. I'll be running a Garrett GT2560 RS, and I'll just be fully maxing that out. And if I can't get to my goal using that, I'll just upgrade to the GT2860.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah, it's got the 6-speed on it. So yeah, basically everything that you can buy is in that motor.
That's sweet. So you're aiming for this to be done within the next couple months, yeah?
Yeah, hopefully a few more months. I'm still waiting on my manifold and downpipe to come from overseas. So once that comes, it should be full steam ahead. Yeah, that's basically it.
Nice. You guys can watch out for a review of this car once it's done. It's I've sat in this thing in stock form, and it's an MX-5, so it's fun to begin with. But I'm so keen to see what this thing feels like when it's making 300 horsepower, which will be about the same amount of power as the GT4. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see how these two stack up to each other. He has the weight on me, but I have the all-wheel drive, so it'll be interesting.
Wait, no, you have the weight on me.
Yeah, but you weigh less. You weigh less.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, if you want to follow the build on Instagram, it's just at ADLMX5.
Awesome. Yeah, you'll see it up on the screen somewhere here and in the description. Yeah. So yeah, go chuck him a follow. These spark plugs are so black.
Super black. Not sure if you can see the tip on that.
Just the tip?
Just the tip.
Yeah, they definitely need a change. We'll definitely be doing the motor some favors by swapping these out for some fresh ones. So the new ones are gapped and they're ready to put in. I mean, hopefully a quick blow job really fixes them.
I hope so.
Because generally a quick blowy fixes a lot of things in life. Spark plugs are in. Gonna drain and change the oil and the oil filter, and then good to start her up. So it looks like they definitely haven't cheaped out on the turbo setup, but they have definitely cheaped out on all the supporting mods. Like there are still drums in the rear, so we're definitely going to be upgrading those two discs, and probably won't have enough time to put in the coilovers today or the brakes, but we'll definitely get this thing running and dosing, which is the most important part, because who doesn't love a boosted Civic?
So for those people watching, definitely not recommend jacking a car like this. It should most definitely be on a hard surface like concrete.
Where the jack can roll.
Yeah. But we're not really going to be under the car, so it should be okay, hopefully.
Proceeds to get under the car.
Getting under.
So it's currently 5 o'clock. Last time we checked in, it was probably around 2 o'clock. And we've spent the last 3 hours trying to get the oil filter off, which we finally managed to do. It was very sketchy and it was on hella fucking tight. But now we can actually put new oil in it, put the new filter on, and then we should be able to start the car.
Shout out to Emil for getting the filter off, legend.
Some bloke just rocked up and jumped under the car and just flexed on us all by getting the fucking filter off. So cheers, man. Shout out to the Wish Spec oil filter. It's a Mitsubishi.
Value parts.
Mitsubishi oil filter. It's an Australian made. It's probably why it was shit. So we're whacking in the new Ryco filter in. Don't over
Hand tight.
Hand tight,
guys. Hand tight.
Cannot stress this enough. Please do not over tighten your fucking oil filters. It just causes way too much hassle.
Hand tight. And a quarter turn more, and then you're good.
That's all it needs. It doesn't need to be torqued down. So we're just popping in the battery now. And this car has like such old fuel in it. How old do you reckon the fuel is?
Very old. I don't know, to be honest.
Like, probably like a good, at least 4 years? maybe. It's probably around 4 years old. So we're not even sure if it's going to start up. But we won't know until we try. So we're just putting the battery in now, and then we'll see if she purrs. You actually tighten your battery terminals?
Yeah,
What's the point in that? Alright, so the fuel pump works. Oh, it's rich.
Huh?
It's running rich.
The oil's probably, the fuel in it's probably
old as fuck.
very old.
Yeah.
We should get some new fuel.
So it actually starts. It's so good. It's running really rough. It's probably because the fuel is so old. So I'm gonna head to the servo, get some fuel, fresh tank in 98, and bring that back into Jerry, slap it in the car, and see if she purrs even nicer. I'm so excited, can't wait to hear it dose. We get to start her up, boys. She's got 10 litres of 98. Oh, I'm excited. You can hear a dose. We spilled a shit ton of fuel, so like we're just wiping it off. I was just waiting for the alarm to go off. Are you surprised at how smooth it runs?
Very. I don't know if you can hear that on camera or not.
The fuel pump.
Yeah.
Let's chuck it down here. Yeah, so because this was originally carbed and it's been engine swapped and it's now running EFI, I don't know the complexities behind it.
So basically, a carburetor fuel tank wouldn't work with a D16 because it comes EFI, not carb. So the fuel tank's been swapped, and it's got a surge tank and external pump to make it work. So that's what that sound was that you were hearing before.
So it is, the engine is making a little bit of a ticking noise, but because it hasn't been ran in a while, we're thinking that it's just the lifters. And it has quietened down a little bit since we've started it up. So that makes us believe that it is the lifters and nothing major. I don't know if you guys can see, but it is idling nicely. We don't have much fuel in it, but that's because we only put 10 litres in.
I think that might go up a bit more, but mine is fuel gauges aren't exactly a whole.
Accurate, yeah.
Yeah, accurate. So.
I wonder if the boost gauge works.
Well,
we'll find out.
We'll find out in a second.
The oil pressure gauge seems to work.
Yeah, it does. Watch.
Yeah. Our boost gauge works as well. Oh! 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 Bro! Oh. Jeez. That sounds so good. That's never gonna get old. Oh, that's so good. It's so loud.
That's so loud, man.
It's so good.
That is actually mental.
Bro, once you put a smaller intercooler on it, it might quieten down a little bit.
Right, watch it. Look at the revs when it hits 3K, ready? So this is me pressing on the accelerator linearly.
Your foot position didn't change.
No.
Yo, that's insane. That is crazy. So how much power did this dyno at?
130 kilowatts.
Ooh. 130 kilowatts. That's like just shy of 200 horsepower, isn't it? Ooh, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's as quick as my factory GT4.
Except this weighs 800 and whatever.
Oh, an 890 kilo chassis. This thing's gonna rip. Yeah, so like pretty much what we're trying to figure out is that the boost gauge only goes up to 0 psi when it's under load. So we're not quite sure why it doesn't actually show us how much boost the engine's actually getting. So we're just trying to figure that out, and then we can see how many PSIs are actually on this tune.
It's probably a vacuum leak.
Yeah, most likely a vacuum leak. We'll figure that out. There's still a bunch of stuff we need to do, clean it up.
Definitely makes a boost, which is good.
At least it runs. It's insane. You know, fuck cars though. Fuck cars.
Yeah, fuck cars. Hate cars. Hate working on cars.
But this is what makes it worth it, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. To hear this.
That just makes all of the pain that we've gone through today just go away and we just forget about it. Alright guys, so that's probably it for today. What we're going to do next is do the suspension, brakes, wheels and tires because we've run out of sunlight. But yeah, so really keen to see where this build goes and to see what we can make of it because it's just going to be sick. That dose is just so nice. So be sure to like the video, click that subscribe button to follow the GT4 build and this build and see some reviews of some cars like Evan's MX-5. So yeah guys, just keep safe and have a good one.